Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a biology notebook flip through. These notes were from my first semester of college and it was for my first science class. I do have a studygram where I post all of my notes and rants about college, so follow me at bobamotivation. Anyways, right into my notebook, I am using the Muji B5 size notebook. I really like this notebook. The paper quality is really good. It's super smooth to write on, and I also use the Muji gel pens, both black and colored in .38. And for my headers and vocabulary words, sometimes I switch it up between the Crayola Super Tips and the Zero mildliners. I don't want to go too in depth on how I take notes just because my note taking varies depending on the class. But since this was my first semester, my first science class ever in college, I didn't really know what type of note taking style I wanted to go for. I do think that I took way too many notes. These notes, this notebook, this whole entire notebook was for textbook notes. I took in class notes on my laptop just because we didn't really have lecture slides. It was mostly the teacher talking and I had to take notes very fast. I plan on making a separate video on how I take notes specifically. This video is more just a visual look on how my notes look like, but my note taking changes depending on the class. Like my notes for math or for psychology will be very different from how I take notes for biology and chemistry. One thing I did learn from this process was to not take too much notes off of the textbook and leave room for notes for in class. Although I like my notes to be very organized and flow together, so that's why I had my class notes separate. But I ended up only skimming through the notes because there was just too much material on there that wasn't very useful or very relevant to the class itself, depending on the professor and how they teach it. So that is something that I need to fix for future classes. Like as I was talking about earlier about having my notebook too condensed with the textbook, I did make separate notes for review, and these notes I looked off of my notebook and just picked out the things that were very important, like the big major points, and I condensed those major points into one sheet of paper for review. And I found this method to be very, very helpful for me because everything is in one sheet. I don't have to skim through the notes to see which one are the most important. Using this method also helps me allow to draw pictures because biology for me, it helps me understand the concepts when I draw out the processes and I can have a visual picture of what is going on, especially like for DNA and RNA. Just by reading it, I could not understand it, but after I drew it out, it was really easy for me to understand. That is it for my biology notes. I will be doing another video for my chemistry notes and maybe my psychology notes and math notes. We'll see how many note flip through videos I want to do just because there's a lot of notes that I've taken. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.